Welcome to this week's Market Facts Friday. Today we're looking at the entire island of Oahu, and as I've been saying over the last several weeks as we've looked at specific areas of the island, generally we're seeing a relatively flat market. Even though it's slowing down a bit, overall we're looking at about a 34-day time to sell last year, and now it's maybe 42 days or so time to sell your house or your condo. We're seeing pricing relatively flat. So a year ago we saw the median price of single-family homes at $805,000. Currently it's at $800,000. We saw condos go up just a little bit, just a slight tick up in the mid-400s. So we're really seeing what's typical for an Oahu bear market, which is it goes sideways, and then specific areas will go down a little bit, or specific segments, pricing segments in the market will go down a little bit. But generally we're seeing a flat market. So more of the same. That is, if you're a seller, if you can hold for a little while, that's a good idea to do that. If you're a buyer, it's time to move. I wanted to remind you, as you look over the course of the history of this island, that real estate historically has been a great investment. I've got 43 years of sales history, and what we've seen typically is a ratchet up in prices. I mean 15, 20, 25% year over year gains for 4 to 6 years. Then the market will turn sideways for 4 to 6 years, and it'll go sideways, maybe a touch down, and then we'll hit another maybe 3 to 5 year period where it ratchets up again, 10%, 15, 20%. One year we had 34% year over year gains. And then after that period of ratcheting up is done, we go sideways and maybe a touch down again. The biggest downward turn we've seen in 1 year is about 11%. I believe that was in 1998, if I'm recalling correctly. It was more significant than 2008 was. So what we're seeing now is a typical bear market on Oahu, where we're just seeing this flatness. So if you're thinking about what to do, if you are a VA buyer, I'd recommend waiting until January 1 when the loan limit goes away entirely. And if you are a buyer in general, this is a good time to be looking, particularly this time of year and in this bear market. Keep in mind, however, that there is still some price competition. So for example, we're looking in Townside right now for single-family homes in, say, the 800 to $1 million range. We're still seeing some competition with specific properties. But overall, it looks like a pretty good market for buyers and sellers. It's a hold market. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch via the website or send me an email at luke@squarefeethawaii.com. Happy to hear from you. We'll see you next week.